Soga's house. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Bill's third reading, the Uganda Road Fund Amendment Bill 2024.
The quorum still stands. Honorable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled the Uganda Road Fund Amendment Bill 2024 be read for the third time and do pass. I beg to move.
I put a question that the Uganda Road Fund Amendment Bill 2024 be read the third time and do pass. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act titled the Uganda Road Fund Amendment Act 2024.
Title settled and the bill passed.
Madam Speaker and members, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you very much for the well-conducted business. And Madam Speaker, if this is how we are to be conducting business in this house, this country would have moved very far. So I want to thank you. I want to thank my chair. I want to thank the Attorney General, and I want to thank everybody for staying focused on this. I don't know where the concept of creating agencies came from. And I don't know what was the purpose of creating agencies. It looked like the idea was weakening the central government. Now that government has woken up and has decided to get back its authority, then you are going to charge us to deliver. And it's our responsibility. And we shall deliver. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to allay fears of all members of Parliament and also the country. We are not going to create unemployment. Unlike what has been happening before, where an agency comes in and dismisses everybody, we are going to validate, using the public service, all the workers of UNRA, and those who are willing to work under the public service arrangement are welcome to work. Because these are Ugandans. We are not going to go out to look for other Ugandans. So nobody should tell you that it's going to be disenfranchised. Because of the rationalization, he will decide at his own that I don't want to work because the law doesn't allow forced labor. So if you don't want to work, it's okay. If you want to work, public service and us, we have worked out a detailed plan of how to absorb the people. Secondly, there was the fear about the ongoing projects. One of the things we're even discussing together with the donor agencies is that the people who are already on those projects, the engineers who are supervising those projects, again, unless if they don't want to work, they can stay on the project for continuity, so that we don't have gaps created because of the mergers. So I want to allay fears of everybody, but I think this is a very good move to me, because the arrogancy
way also our government chief whip. This process has been very hectic.
So you didn't clap for me because I didn't manage it?
This this process has been hectic. It needed a composure of the chief whip that we have in a very special way. From deep down my heart, I want to thank you. At least the pressure and the tempers have been moderate from your side. So I want to thank you. To the ministers, they certainly have to forget what they went through to convince members, because if they don't, they will not enter heaven, because they will be very grieved. So for whatever you went through, that's what you took the oath to do, and thank you very much for doing what you took the oath to do. Once again, thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, in a very special way for your support, for the mentorship, for steering in a right direction, and may you keep around even in the coming terms. May God bless you. Thank you very much. And to my committee, thank you for the support and the signing and participation. I thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Committee of Agriculture and the Prime Minister, the Vice President. Thank you for keeping the whole day here and the whole team. I am very impressed. But one thing, I know you promised your boss, who is our boss, that you're finishing rationalization, and we must finish. Okay? We must finish. Next item.
Item
Now what the district is getting is 20 million shillings per quarter. Right Honourable Speaker, from 688, and we have 42 sub-counties. Surely, how do you expect districts to maintain roads with the 26 million for a whole quarter? So, Right Honourable Speaker, the procedural issue that I'm raising is for the Minister of Finance to inform this House why they cut the monies that districts were receiving under the road fund, because the 1 billion was supposed to be additional. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, what Honorable Sarah is raising is true. The 1 billion was supposed to be over and above the previous provision under the road fund. Madam Speaker, this is still the case, subject to availability of funds.
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Honorable Nathan.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, for me, I want to start by first thanking General Katumba for those good statements you have made. And having made those statements that everybody is going to be absorbed. But I am worried that there are those who say the funeral service. Am I sure, are you going to employ those who called you a funeral service? Number two, maybe you are calling them also funeral service. Number two, we know Ministry of Works is fond of having engineers. At least engineers are okay. But there are some EDs who are social scientists. Do you have a space for such people in your ministry? Give me that assurance so that I can tell the people of Yonora what is going to happen to them.
Mr. Kema. Next item.
Item 7 on
the government of the Republic of Uganda. And the object then of the program was to divest state interests in certain public enterprises and to improve the efficiency and performance of others. The Public Enterprise Reform and Divestiture Act had listed a total of 113 public enterprises which were grouped in various categories. So in accordance with the Public Enterprise Reform and Divestiture Act, government divested a number of these state enterprises, leaving only those public enterprises listed in Class 1 and 2 of the Public Enterprise Reform and Divestiture Act, for which the government is required to retain 100% shareholding, and those which the state is required to retain majority shareholding and are therefore not available for divestiture. So this makes the Public Enterprise Reform and the Divestiture Act spent since it had had the full effect. The intention of this bill, therefore, Right Honourable Speaker, is to repeal the Public Enterprise Reform and Divestiture Act
1998, and has various provisions. Madam Speaker, I beg to submit.
Thank you so much, Chair, Honorable Minister. Can I now invite the Chair to give us a brief?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I wish to take this opportunity to present the Public Enterprise and Reform and Diversity Repeal Act 2024. And before I do that, I wish to lay on the table the copy of the report and the minutes thereof.
Please lay. Junior. Don't break your leg.
Is it uploaded?
Are you okay? Please help him.
Yeah, thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I want to go straight to the recommendations. The privatization unit, which was housed under PAD, is responsible for the day-to-day implementation of the diversity program. On matters of privatization, the director reports to the minister responsible for privatization, but the administrative purposes, for administrative purposes, shall report to the secretary to the treasury. To enable it to carry out the diversity of public enterprises, the privatization unit causes detailed financial, legal, and operational analysis of the public enterprise. Enterprises to be carried out by independent auditors, lawyers, and other necessary.
The National Reform and Diversity Amendment Bill. It is a direct bill. Anything that you need to... I thought Ojara was going to speak. I didn't know you were just escaping. Yes. If there is nothing, committee stage. There is a motion.
Madam Chair. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do moves to committee stage for consideration of the Public Enterprise Reform and Diversity Act Amendment Bill 2024. I beg to move.
Seconded by Honorable Mara, by Shatis, by Shemesha, Professor. By the Hollow Front, the Vice President, Jessica Alupo Epel, Honorable VP. By the Hollow Front, by the Hollow House. I put a question that the Public Enterprise Reform and Divestiture Amendment Bill 2024 be read a second time. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
The Public Enterprises Reform and Divestiture
Amendment Bill 2024 be read a second time. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
The Public Enterprises Reform and Divestiture
Bill 2024 be read a second time. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
The Public Enterprises Reform and Divestiture
Bill 2024 be read a second time. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
The Public Enterprises Reform and Divestiture
Nay. The ayes have it.
The Public Enterprises Reform and Divestiture
Nay. The ayes have it.
The Public Enterprises Reform and Divestiture
Nay. The ayes have it.
The Public Enterprises Reform and Divestiture
Nay. The ayes have it.
The Public Enterprises Reform and Divestiture
Bill, those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 3.
I put a question that Clause 3 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 4.
I put a question that Clause 4 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 5.
I put a question that Clause 5 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 6.
I put a question that Clause 6 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 7.
I put a question that clause 7 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contra nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 8.
I put a question that clause 8 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contra nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 9.
I put a question that clause 9 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contra nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 10.
I put a question that clause 10 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contra nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 11.
I put a question that clause 11 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contra nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 12.
I put a question that clause 12 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contra nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 13.
I put a question that clause 13 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contra nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 14.
I put a question that clause 14 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contra nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 15.
I put a question that clause 15 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 16.
I put a question that clause 16 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 17.
I put a question that clause 17 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Title.
I put a question that the title stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Motion for resumption of the House.
Honorable Minister.
addition.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, we do agree with that amendment, but at the time of cleaning up of the bill, there will be a realignment of all the bills that had been presented to this House before the 1st of July 2024 to be in tandem with the new laws of Uganda as approved by this House. I beg to submit.
So you agree with the amendment?
Yes, Right Honorable Speaker, I agree with the
Thank
amendment.
you. Thank you. I put a question that Clause 7 be amended as proposed. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 7 as amended.
I put a question that Clause 7 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 8.
I put a question that Clause 8 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 9.
I put a question that Clause 9 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have
Clause
it.
10.
I put a question that Clause 10 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 11.
Chair.
Madam Chair, the committee proposes that Clause 11 be amended by amendment of Section 8 of the Act 8 of 2016. Substitution of Clause 11 of the bill, the following. 11. Amendment of Section 8 of the Principal Act. Section 8 of the Principal Act is amended, A, in subsection 1, by substituting the word authority and the word ministry. And 2, by deleting the word licensing. B, by inserting immediately after subsection 1 the following. 1A. The minister is responsible for A, licensing Tier 4 microfinance institutions and moneylenders, and B, prescribing the minimum capital requirement of the Tier 4 microfinance institutions. And C, in subsection 2, I, in the chapter, by substituting for the word authority the word ministry, and 2, by repealing the paragraph A, M, and N. Justification: to apportion the functions that were being performed by the authority to the ministry and to the minister and the minister. Beg your pardon.
Honorable AG.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Chair. Right Honorable Chair, Section 8 as it reads today reads that the authority is responsible for regulating, licensing, and supervising Tier 4 microfinance institutions and money lenders. The proposal being made is to delete the word licensing from this provision. I beg to convince the committee chair and its members that with just amending that the ministry is responsible for regulating, licensing, and supervision of Tier 4 microfinance institutions and money lenders without removing the function of licensing from that provision. The rest of the second provision, therefore, is a repetition of what was being deleted, because in this proposal that you make is to say that the minister is responsible for licensing, which is what was originally in the bill. I propose that the amendment be dropped and the bill be left as it is, but I agree that the change from authority to minister be adopted by this meeting, by the House.
Yes. Yes, Honorable Nathan.
Madam Chair, thank you very much. As the Attorney General is talking about licensing, I think again I'm getting another feel, which I want to agree maybe with the chairman. Licensing, how can a Minister of Finance license circles? Maybe if it's a circle, it should be under cooperatives. If it is a bank, it should be Bank of Uganda. Don't you
Money
think?
lenders.
Even money lender, Bank of Uganda, because that's lending.
No. Who has been licensing money lenders? They would get their license from court.
From you want to now get the power to
From Umura.
You want now to become here licensing money lenders? We shall have a problem. Madam, this one we have to be very careful.
No, we are not looking at.
Attorney General has spoken. I want. Okay.
When your boss is speaking, you don't interrupt.
No, let me give him so that.
Madam Speaker, I'm seeking clarification from Honorable Nandala because he taught me some economics. We have the Financial Institution Act, which gives Bank of Uganda to license money lenders of certain threshold. Then we have the Cooperative Act, which also gives mandate to Minister of Cooperative. So can you guide us? What approach should we take?
First of all, you should know that we have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Now, educate him on what does Bank of Uganda regulate, what does the UBRA regulate.
Yeah, Madam Chair, again, that's one of the functions we have been making a mistake. If a sector is dealing with money, we should allow it to deal with money. If it's dealing with cows, there's no big cow, there's no smaller cow. That's why, yes, it's a cow. So if Bank of Uganda is the one managing financial services, it should be really to be given the responsibility. If cooperative is being managed by the Registrar of Cooperatives, it should manage, because saving and SACCOs and the credit cooperative society, that should be cooperatives. And to the general, for us today here, we should sort this problem. The licensing of SACCOs should go to cooperatives. The licensing of money lenders should go to Bank of Uganda. We don't have to give it a threshold because
then
everybody.
Why don't you first make an amendment under the Financial Institutions Act?
Madam Chair, you are right to make an amendment, even if a law can amend another one. Yes, if we decide that today we're saying Bank of Uganda, we're giving you more responsibility, it is. If you say Ministry of Finance is the one to deal with the money lender, it has no capacity to evaluate creditworthiness of a human being or theft of the human being. If you are talking about SACCOs, the person responsible for SACCOs who gets a SACCOs is, you see, Mr. You can say yes or bad because you are there now. Tomorrow you will go away, they will bring a wrong person. For you may have. Okay, let me.
Madam Chair, I want us to be on the same page with the Honorable Nandala. In 2016, we enacted a law called Uganda Tier 4 Microfinance Institutions and Money Lenders Act. And we gave functions. We created an authority called UMRA, and we gave it,
as a regulator.
As a regulator, we gave it functions, among which was to regulate and license money lenders, SACCOs, etc., etc.
That is under Tier 4.
Yes, under Tier 4, and the village VLSS. So from the way Honorable Nandala is submitting, it's like as if these functions have not been anywhere under the armpit of Ministry of Finance. We have been exercising them through an authority called.
Thank you very much, but
I want us to argue.
I want to tell you, you are by then you are my chair of Finance Committee. You know how it came up. We said we wanted this function to go to Bank of what? Uganda. Even you remember at that time we had to put here, then they said, no, we should create some law to manage Tier what? Tier 4. If we had agreed at that time with that error we made, this function should have gone to Bank of Uganda in 2016.
Honorable Musasisi, what Honorable Nandala is saying, from Tier 1 to Tier 4, since they all relate to finances, they should be regulated by a Bank of Uganda. That's what he's saying.
Right, Honorable Speaker. What the Honorable Member is saying sounds quite convincing. I am always cautious with dealing with some of these things holistically on the whim. We have a position right now where UMRA was doing this work, and has happened since 2016. obviously we are saying that we may want to have a rethink on whether it should go there. And if we would like to make a rethink, why don't we deal with the issue that we are dealing with now, and then have the committee address its mind to that issue carefully and holistically, then come back to the House on this issue.
Honorable KK, my Attorney General, I want to tell you what happened. Honorable Musasizi was a chair of Finance Committee. The whole committee agreed that these things of money should go to Bank of what? Uganda. It is the government which said, okay, let us create Tier 4 and put it somewhere. But at an appropriate time when they were saying when it upgrades. But our argument was saying even if it is small, the person responsible for money in the financial institution is the Bank of Uganda. And that's why we said, even the circles. So, Madam Speaker, this is an appropriate time.
But Honorable AG, what mischief are we trying to cure? Why are we removing a Tier 4 from Umura and taking it to a personality?
Right Honourable Speaker, I'll be very careful not to really go into that mischief right now. Like Honourable Nandala said, in 2016 they made this argument, and the government insisted in 2016 on this. If we allowed time to go and read the reasons which convinced Honourable Nandala Mafai to pass the law as it were in 2016, if those positions have changed since that, we don't know. My caution, Right Honourable Speaker, is that to just say here that now you replace authority with Bank of Uganda without having taken time to understand what we are dealing with and how we are managing it and why we insisted that in 2016 it should come in under Tier 4. I think it would be a bit unfair to all of us and even the House, because we need to just take time, understand the issue that Honourable Nandala is raising. I'm not even saying I don't agree with him. I'm actually saying his proposal is quite interesting, but I would rather propose that we give it time, study it, and then come back, so that today we deal with the purpose of the bill that is here, which is rationalization. Yes, information.
Right, Honourable Speaker.
First, give the patient.
Oh. Thank you very much, Right. Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. This particular issue has been very contentious in the committee, and the issue that my brother Honourable Mafabi is raising came up, and I was the one who raised it. I think when the law was created in 2016, the ministry had a regulator, which was Umbra. And Bank of Uganda at the time said the Tier 4 and other small ones were too small for them to handle. So they housed the responsibility of regulation at Umbra. Now, with the rationalization process coming through, the ministry decided to rationalize it. And now the most important thing is that where would that particular function go? And I think that is a point of contention, that should the minister or the ministry be licensing the small circles and small ones like that? So I think that is the big thing. If you say, Honorable Mafabi, that you take that function to Bank of Uganda, right now, Bank of Uganda will not accept it. Unless you engage them, and they have a specific department that will be handling it, so it will be created within the structure of Bank of Uganda, then that is where that consideration might be. Yes.
You say under the Financial Institution Act, that Bank of Uganda uses to implement its decision. Bank of Uganda has mandate to regulate any financial institution or an organization with a certain threshold. Whether you are a money lender, a cooperative, a SACCO, when you are within the purview of Bank of Uganda immediately intervenes. And Madam Speaker, that has created a problem for the leadership of UMRA for the last 4 years. That if a cooperative credit SACCO in Bushenyi has 4 billion shillings, they will have to seek clearance first from Bank of Uganda. After that, they go to the register of cooperative. Then they come back to UMRA. That has been a complication. If a money lender has a 6
Honorable
billion,
members,
yes.
I think what we need to do, let's first deal with this issue of rationalization. Then we need the minister to come back and advise the House on how we can harmonize the finance sector. Whether this can go under microfinance sector or whichever, we need to reorganize. Truth be told, this is too small to go to Bank of Uganda. So we need to reorganize, but let's first rationalize, and then we reorganize the finance sector.
I had given Honorable Kanya stage. Right, Honorable Speaker, I think your proposal would work. We rationalize and we allow a certain space of time for us to deal with the issue of who will take responsibility in terms of licensing. I think that we can handle between the Ministry of Finance and Trade as well. Thank you.
Abdul, what do you think?
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. The truth, we are having this discussion over and over again since 2016. And I'm not listening any contrary view that what the Honourable Nandala Mafabi is saying is not correct. So I don't know what this argument is all about. Because we had this argument in detail. In detail. Secondly, it is not true like Honorable Mara says that there is no department to supervise. Actually, that's not true. There is a bank supervision department within the Bank of Uganda. Please, it deals with the financial institutions. I mean, Honorable Mara, these are things we've interrogated over and over again. So,
Mara,
I was suggesting
the supervision department deals with all financial institutions, not limited to only Tier 1 and 2.
It's there, and it's really, after our interrogation of Bank of Uganda, after they reorganized that department, it is even more detailed and reassigned some other duties to that department, taking away, for example, banker closures and so on. But that's a discussion for another day. What I think, if the minister can commit himself that within 2 months, within a month, because I'm trying to have a middle of handling this, he will come back and report on this. I request my colleague Honorable Mandala to concede to this, if you can make that commitment. But this discussion, we've had it in the committees, we had it on this floor, and we all seem to be agreed that these functions should go to one institution. Actually, it is part of rationalizing. It is. Other than placing supervision of financial institutions in this authority, then you place another in the other authority. No, I'm done with my speech. Thank you.
So, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I do accept the proposal by Honorable Katuntu that I will come back here within 2 months.
Let's give you 3.
Most obeyed, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, amendment.
So the amendment, therefore, Right Honourable Speaker, will read that Section 8 is amended by substituting the word authority with the word ministry, and then proposing that we delete the issue of licensing proposed in 2, and then we insert the B as proposed as 1A and C. I beg to submit.
Minister, that's okay with you?
Madam Chair, I just needed to give a clarification. I agree with the Attorney General. Just wanted to make clear the position of the committee when we said we delete the word licensing in subsection 1. Because we wanted to be specific. The licensing is not for the ministry, but rather the minister. Since he has considered that we take it that way, I agree.
Okay. I put a question that clause 11 be amended as proposed by the Attorney General. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 11 as amended.
I put a question that clause 11 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 12.
I put a question that clause 12 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 13.
I put a question that clause 13 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 14.
I put a question that clause 14 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 15.
I put a question that clause 15 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 16.
I put a question that clause 16 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 17.
I put a question that clause 17 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 18.
I put a question that clause 18 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 19.
I put a question that clause 19 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 20.
I put a question that clause 20 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 21.
I put a question that clause 21 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 22.
I put a question that clause 22 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 23.
I put a question that clause 23 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 24.
I put a question that clause 24 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause
I
25.
put a question that clause 25 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 26.
I put a question that clause 26 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 27.
I put a question that clause 27 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 28.
I put a question that clause 28 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 29.
I put a question that clause 29 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 30.
I put a question that clause 30 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 31.
Those who are speaking, you make us lose concentration.
Clause 31.
I put a question that clause 31 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 32.
I put a question that clause 32 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say aye to the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 33.
I put a question that clause 33 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 34.
I put a question that clause 34 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 35.
I put a question that clause 35 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause
I
36.
put a question that clause 36 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause
I
37.
put a question that clause 37 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 38.
I put a question that clause 38 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 39.
I put a question that clause 39 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 40.
I put a question that clause 40 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 41.
I put a question that clause 41 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 42.
I put a question that clause 42 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 43.
I put a question that clause 43 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 44.
I put a question that clause 44 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 45.
I put a question that clause 45 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 46.
I put a question that clause 46. I put a question that clause 46 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 47.
I put a question that clause 47 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 48.
I put a question that clause 48 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 49.
I put a question that clause 49 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 50.
I put a question that clause 50 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 51.
I put a question that clause 51 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 52.
I put a question that clause 52 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say aye, to the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 53.
I put a question that clause 53 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 54.
I put a question that clause 54 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 55.
I put a question that clause 55 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 56.
I put a question that clause 56 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 57.
I put a question that clause 57 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 58.
I put a question that clause 58 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 59.
I put a question that clause 59 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 60.
I put a question that clause 60 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 61.
I put a question that clause 61 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 62.
Chair.
Madam Chair, the committee proposes an amendment in clause 62, amending the section 75 of the Principal Act. That clause 62 of the bill is amended by substituting for the word minister and the word ministry. Justification is to ensure the correct assignments of the functions that are being performed by the authority.
AG.
No objection. I thank the committee.
I put a question that the clause be amended as proposed. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 62 as amended.
I put a question that clause 62 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 63.
I put a question that clause 63 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 64.
I put a question that clause 64 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 65.
I put a question that clause 65 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 66.
I put a question that clause 66 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 67.
I put a question that clause 67 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 68.
I put a question that clause 68 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 69.
I put a question that clause 69 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
The committee proposes an insertion of a new clause immediately after clause 69. Insertion of a new clause immediately after clause...
Disorganize my 69. I put a question that clause 69 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Much obliged, Madam Chair. The committee proposes an insertion of a new clause immediately after clause 69. Insertion of a new clause immediately after clause 69 as follows. Amendment of section 88 of the Principal Act. In that section 88 of the Principal Act is amended in subsection 4 by substituting the word authority, the word ministry. Justification is to provide for a provision which was inadvertently left out.
Minister.
I have no objection, Attorney.
AG.
No objection, Right Honourable Chair.
I put a question that the proposed new clause, the ayes have it.
Clause 70.
I put a question that clause 70 stands part of the... Okay.
I raised a concern concerning section 90, where the minister is mandated under that section to prescribe by notice in the Gazette the maximum interest rate to be charged by the money lenders. And you directed the Honourable Minister of Finance last year, and he undertook within 14 days to do that. The same committee recommended that the ministry does that. They have not done that to date. My proposal is that can we now, they have been hiding under May because the law says the minister may. Can we now make it mandatory by saying the minister shall? So that we even put the time within 90 days prescribe. Because, Madam Chair, from 2017 when the law came into existence, 7 years, they have never attempted even to come up with any prescription of that nature. Now that we are amending this section 90, isn't it procedurally right that we now provide 90 days? Now that it's section 90, we can even give 90 days. We give 90 days within which the minister must prescribe the maximum interest rate to be charged by money lenders so that this matter is settled for once and for all. You support me? Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Honourable Minister, we have suffered in the hands of money lenders, and the interest rates are not regulated. And I remember the president said, yes. So even the 90 days is too much. Yes.
Before you, Madam Chair, my colleague was submitting, and he did submitted well, but he kept referring to section 90, which could be a wrong record. I would like clarification.
He says clause 70 amends clause 90 of the Principal Act, section 90. So he's correct. That's why he's a legal guru.
Madam Speaker, to make it more urgent, Madam Speaker, Madam Chair, we have seen a situation where money lenders have gone to the level of picking identity cards from people as a security. That is how bad the situation is. And I want to agree with my brother here that we must prescribe the time.
Attorney General, yes, can you refrain? refrain the amendment.
No, it's just an advice.
The minister shall, by notice in the Gazette, prescribe a minimum interest rate, a maximum interest rate, which a moneylender shall charge from time to time, provided always, no, let me reread this. The minister shall, by notice in the Gazette, prescribe a maximum interest rate, which a moneylender shall charge from time to time, provided always that the first notice in the Gazette shall be issued by the minister no later than
2 months.
No later than 60 days from the date of the Gazette.
Thank you. I put a question that the proposed amendment by the Attorney General. I put a question that clause 70 be amended as proposed by the Attorney General. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 70 as amended.
I put a question that clause 70 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 71.
I put a question that clause 71 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 72.
I put a question that clause 72 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay.
Does not apply.
The ayes have it.
Clause 73.
I put a question that clause 73 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 74.
I put a question that clause 74 stands for the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 75.
I put a question that clause 75 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 76.
I put a question that clause 76 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 77.
I put a question that clause 77 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 78.
I put a question that clause 78 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 79.
I put a question that clause 79 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 80.
I put a question that clause 80 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Title.
I put a question that the title stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Motion for resumption of the House.
Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do resume and the committee of the whole House reports thereto.
Thank you. I put a question that the House resumes and the committee of the whole House reports thereto. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Report of the Committee of the Whole House.
Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the bill entitled the Tier 4 Microfinance Institutions and Moneylenders Amendment Bill 2024 with amendments. I beg to move. And pass it with amendments. I beg to move.
Motion for adoption of the report of the Committee of the Whole House.
Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to I beg to move that the bill entitled
That the House adopts.
I beg to move that the House adopts the report of the Committee of the Whole House.
I put a question that the that the report of the Committee of the Whole House be adopted by this House. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Bill's third reading, the Tier 4 Microfinance Institutions and Moneylenders Amendment Bill 2024.
Honorable Minister.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled the Tier 4 Microfinance Institutions and Moneylenders Amendment Bill 2024 be read third time and do pass.
I put a question that the Tier 4 Microfinance Institutions and Moneylenders Amendment Bill 2024 be read the third time and do pass. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act titled the Tier 4 Microfinance Institutions and Moneylenders Amendment Act 2024.
Title settled and the bill has been passed.
Item 6 on the order paper, bill second reading, the Non-Performing Assets Recovery Trust Repeal Bill 2024.
Honorable members, I invite the minister to move a motion to the effect.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled the Non-Performing Asset Recovery Trust Act Repeal Bill 2024 be read the second time.
Seconded. Seconded by the whole House, including internal affairs, including Honorable Akelo Lucy. UPC everywhere, FDC, including Honorable Nelson. That one is UPC. Okay. And the whole House. Thank you so much. Would you love to speak to?
Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable members, the intention of this bill is to repeal the Non-Performing Assets Recovery Trust Act, CAP 95, to enable the mainstreaming of the functions of the Non-Performing Assets Recovery Trust into the ministry responsible for non-performing assets, and thereby relieving the government of the financial drain on its resources and the burden of wasteful administration and expenditure. Without going into much details, Right Honorable Speaker, the bill has several provisions, actually 10 in number, providing for the objectives of the bill, and which is very clear, to rationalize the Non-Performing Assets Recovery Trust. The bill also provides for the purpose of repealing the Non-Performing Assets Recovery Trust Act, as I already mentioned, and to abolish the trust, the Board of Trustees, the sinking fund, and to mainstream the functions of the Non-Performing Asset Recovery Trust into the ministry responsible for non-performing assets. The bill also seeks to repeal the Non-Performing Assets Recovery Trust Act. Clause 5 dissolves the trust, the board of trustees, and the sinking fund. It also deals with transfer of assets and liabilities of non-performing assets recovery trust to the government and all the pending cases lying under the tribunal and the non-performing assets recovery tribunal. It also deals, finally, with the enforcement of judgments of the non-performing assets recovery tribunal. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to submit.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. Chair, give us a summary. You're doing a repeal.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. With your indulgence, I'll just go straight away to the observations and recommendations of the committee. As part of the preparation to introduce the bill for the formal winding up of the trust, the Auditor General undertook an audit.
First, lay the minutes.
Oh, thank you. Let me lay a copy of the minutes and a copy of the report and the attendant documentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Auditor General undertook an audit of the properties on the request of Cabinet as part of the winding up process to show the status of the trust as at October the 8th, 2007. The committee received a copy of the Auditor General's report on the properties, assets, and liabilities of the trust as at the 8th October 2007 and had the following observations. That it didn't have evidence to show the total recovered amounts from non-performing loans during the lifespan of the trust and the utilization of the recoveries by the trust. 2, the circumstances under which the lendings to farmers was defaulted, which was one of the core mandates of the trust, and the recommendations struck corrective measures to be taken so that farmers' lending schemes would benefit the farmers at the time. It was also notable to get the copies of the existing board, tribunal, staff, and consultants. It wasn't also able to get evidence on the transfer of assets, report as recommended by the Auditor General's report in 2007. The transition period from 2007 to date. The committee observed that with the legal mandate of NPAT set to expire in October 2007, Cabinet on the 5th September 2007 approved the principles, and accordingly, Cabinet, including property rights, obligations, and liabilities, were to be